Hey y'all, how y'all doing today? And I know that I be catching y'all on a bad time where like camera be a little doopsy and whatever the case is, but I definitely want to make a video today about today. Well, everything that has been going on, and yeah, everything that has been going on. I think that what's the best way to say this? Like my previous video, right? I think that a lot of people need to stop being toxic, man. I don't know if anybody that watch my videos, right, personally know me. But if you personally know me, you know that I'm not toxic. Everybody got their own, problems and stuff, and Yahuwah forbids, any of you are dealing with anything tragic or traumatic or whatever the case is. But remember my life lessons learns, right? It is to show love to yourself, show love to others. Um, a lot of times people fight for the wrong reasons. What's the purpose of fighting? Like you're fighting to fight for what? Like I got things that I could do that to fight you, or dispute with you or argue with you. Like that's how I just look at stuff nowadays. Where we don't need to fight nobody. Walk into light. Walk into goodness, walk into love, right? Because we are the heirs of our Father's promise. And that's very important for us to understand, because a lot of times we just do things every day on a regular basis. Like, it's not really cool where you feel like you have to respond to certain things because people are so lost that they're lost into their own actions. Please, I want you to take a look at everything that you do in life. Are you doing something that's really like helping your community? Are you doing something that's helping people that are that are going through like problems? Like you could talk to somebody all day, every day, right? But at the end of the day, if you have the resources and materials to do what you need to do as a person that lives on this same realm as you and I think that it's very important that you help others as well. Like, it's not even a joke. It's not a joke. There's too many people out here that are really suffering. I don't have everything in the world. I don't think I could have everything in the world. And if I did, trust and believe, there would not be not one person here that would have got my help. All right. And it's just gotten to a point where we all are living in a world of selfishness, bro. Like, not even materialistically, mentally, egotistically. Like, you have people that are very arrogant and people that are very ignorant. Like, bro, we need to step out of that type of place. Okay, brothers and sisters, we need to step out of that place. It's no longer a place in this world where we just doing things out of a cycle or karma or whatever people want to call it. Like, just step out of it. Like, just step out of it. Everybody can't even have a decent conversation without bringing money involved. Like, bro, have you ever just thought about it? Like, everything that we do in this world is revolved around money so much to a point where you roast somebody if you don't talk about either their facial, their facial looks, their appearance. That's basically what that means. The appearance, money, money, or state of being or living. Like, bro, we're always competing against each other. Like, Doug, we are competing against each other. Why are we competing for the wrong things? Like, it's good compete about sport, maybe a little intellect, if it depends on what exactly the subject is, right? And why and what the purpose is for. But come on, what are we competing against? Love is something you should not compete against. It's something that you should accept, because if you have love, right, you're gonna accept even when there are things that go against you. When you really are heir of our Father's promise, right, in Yahuwah, right, You are more receptible to accept, because sometimes you have to take jabs. Well, you have to be willing to take jabs a lot more than actually throwing jabs back. That's what it means to walk in goodness, because at the end of the day, you're going to be dealing with what other people are not going to be able to understand. You see things in a way that nobody else is. And I'm not coming on here to judge anyone. For the person and the people that I'm speaking to directly on here, I think that it's very understandable that understanding, since I use the word understandable, understanding is very crucial in both sides, and not just one side where somebody tells you something and it's just exactly what you're gonna go with that narrative. Yes, you could do that, but let's be real, and let's be humane about it. Like, this is not CNN. This is not CNN, fam. Like, it is not CNN, so we have to really adjust on how we talk to people, how we approach people and what they do, because sometimes we have to question people, like, why are you saying this about this person? Why are you doing this about this person? Like, remember that you are being watched. Remember that there is judgment upon us all. We are accountable for everything that goes on in this world. Like, people have to fight for even be around you. There are people that have to fight to even be around you, so that you don't even know the type of difficulties people go through in certain aspects. That's why I don't personally judge nobody. But if I get in my feelings about something, that's because I have a heart, and I am not afraid to show that I got a heart, and trust and believe. I do not make any mistakes to let people know that, yes, if you do something personally that just doesn't feel right with my spirit, that doesn't sit well with my heart, like, I'm not going to disrespect you about it. Like it says in the Bible, right? The by and bow. Take your brethren to the side, talk to them, point it out, you feel me, and be respectful, because love is both ways. The same way faith is both ways. You can't have faith in Yahuwah thinking that you just only have faith in Yahuwah and then that's just it. Like, no, you gotta have faith in Yahuwah and he has faith in you. That's the reason why the word hope exists, because if you have hope, right, you can clear off a lot of things that a lot of people are not able to understand. A lot of people lost, what is it called? Why do I look like I'm shining like that? But it doesn't matter. A lot of people a lot of people lost their hope. A lot of people lost their hope, and that's the one thing that I'm trying to bring back into our lives, because hope is the one and the only thing that really, 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 really matters. Once you lose hope, you don't have anything else. You can have everything in the world, but that's going to straight bring you down. That's going to bring you distraught, misery, and all of these attributes of just destruction. I don't like people destroying themselves because they feel some type of way. I respond based on what is supposed to be fixed, not what the problem is, because if we want to be dealing about what's right now, we're never going to get over the now. We're going to keep worrying about the now rather than worrying about what's to come. And I even said this too. I also said this to my mother the other day. Because we had talked about our family's past and all of these things that goes on in our family and all of this and that and that and the third. And I told her the same thing that I learned. Don't bring the past, because bringing the past is going to only bring that same demon that was already there. It's like a stench. It's like a smell. They like the moment you even speak about it, you even think about it, there's like a stench of an aura that just they love the smell of misery. They love the smell of all of these problems, all of these toxic stuff going on. They love that smell, and they will follow their nose. I know I got my nose ain't really that big, but it's big enough. You feel me? Yes, they love it. They truly love it. They truly love it. And yes, this is not a joke. It cannot be a joke, and I don't want it to be a joke. I want you guys to understand that love is not disrespecting people. It's not doing any of this stuff. Sometimes you just got to stay in a place of quietness, but without saying much. That's understandable. You can show people love without saying nothing to them, because You might be dealing with problems yourself that you personally are not able to, figure out, or maybe you just haven't finalized, the victory on that demon, or whatever the case is. At the end of the day, remember that everybody go through things. There's certain things people can tolerate, and there's just certain things people cannot. If somebody is, remember, I want you guys to think of it like this: we are all gifts to each other, if we are aware of it or not. Just the same way I can come on here and speak to somebody, it might resonate to their life and their whole entire being of living, and and then it might change their perspective, and they just happen to be better, or whatever that they, or maybe they overcome whatever that they were dealing with, right? And there might be somebody that might hop on a YouTube to themselves, and I watch their videos, and they encourage me, they uplift me, and they don't even know, right? These things very much do matter, and that's why I cannot be on here and stressing this any more than what I really am saying, because it's important. It's very much important. It's very much important. We have to lose that spirit of seduction, that spirit of Jezebel. We have to lose it. We have to lose it off of ourselves, like reject it, like completely, because a lot of people are still stuck in that same cycle of seduction, sexual, activities, all of these stuff. Like, you have to lose it. It's not even a joke. You might see certain things in certain people, but don't even see that there are a few people that might see certain things in you. I don't reject nobody, because even the woman that came, that was considered a whatever that, the disciples called her, and well, more like the Jews called her, right? That was following Christ. They did not like her because of whatever that she was doing as a hobby. You feel me? That's their problem. He didn't even pay them no mind. He took a stick and started drawing. Well, he took his finger and started drawing on the floor, on like bruh. He's basically portraying to say that what she did don't matter. It does not matter. At the end of the day, it doesn't matter. It does not matter. What she did does not matter. It doesn't matter. It's what she could do, because she came with an open heart. And she was actually present, and she actually showed herself, rather than doing, anything else. She didn't curse at them. She didn't fight at them. They tried to stone her, and he told her, and he told every last one of the other Jews, and said that if you are not a sinner, right, and you have not done wrong, right, be the first one to throw a stone. And none of them could, because they couldn't agree with that. So to say that we can't be on here disrespecting people, you got to be an example. So if you're going to be an example and you choose to be an example, stick to being an example. Don't be somebody else. I like to have fun too. Sometimes, yes, there are things of this world that might get to me, but I don't let that stuff control me. Like, I might sing a little song if it happens to pop up. I don't go looking for certain things. There might be sometimes music or a song that I used to listen to that might pop up in my head, and a lot of times, actually, not even sometimes, a lot of times, majority of the times, I dismiss the songs because it doesn't relevate to my life. It doesn't bring me any joy. And some of them songs are not sexual songs, so I don't really care too much of it popping up. But that don't mean I gotta keep it in my mind. That don't mean I gotta follow exactly what's in my mind, what is not really good and really toxic. I don't really gotta worry about that. This is just, I'm gonna say, a lesson like that we need to understand as people. We can follow the normal, the trend. We can follow the trend, or we can just literally live our life in peace, live our life in goodness, live our life in truth. Like, why are we still following trends? And we're seeing people do this and that, becoming famous, and then you do the same thing, and it's not like, do you really think that, like, for a lot of the people on here that don't know any better, do you guys really think that this system is just, oh, you do the right calculations, you're going to get what you want? No, fam. They pick you. That's how a lot of these industries work. It doesn't matter who you are, how you are. If you have some type of likability, if you have some type of access to something that The majority of the people don't have. You might be really talented in music, but if it's just that, they might not pick you because you might not know how to sing. You might just know how to play instruments. You might know how to do both. So like it's a it's like what's the word? Combination of so many things that a person can have. They pick you. I'm not saying that I'm picked. If I'm picked, I'm still gonna follow my Christ regardless. I'm gonna follow Christ regardless. I don't got time to be doing all of this beef stiff, whatever. All of this stuff that's going on out here, it does not concern me. All of this diddling, you know what I'm saying? No diddy, whatever. That stuff doesn't concern me. Like, yes, it might be funny sometimes if I hear somebody saying something like that. I'm like, yo, people are wilding, but it does not concern me. It doesn't concern me. If I personally, if they release anything out here about anybody and it's true, then I'm gonna be like, oh man, this person did terrible. I pray that that person is gonna, you know, find Christ and they're gonna start doing better. That's the purpose of hope. We're always downing people. Like, literally, yes, there are people that need to go to jail because there are certain things that you just know that you shouldn't do. There's just certain things you know you should not do. And I'm not here to stand for anything good because, I mean, bad. I'm not here to stand for anything bad, but just saying, bro, like, you know, when you do something bad, and it's just horrendous at a certain level, yeah, jail might be the best option for you, but I'm never going to wish no death on nobody. You know what I'm saying? Like, if you're doing any rape, if you're doing any type of what is it called, molestation, whatever, it's same thing, whatever the case is, jail, brevin, jail, like that's ultimate jail. Like, man, lock you up, no break times, especially if you're grown. First thing that you need to do is pray and ask Christ for guidance, and that's the first thing. Because like we're in a world where we can know all of these things and everybody is just doing whoopsie doozy. Like, bro, no. There are people that are doing spiritual fights, not moving around with crystals, not praying to Krishna, you know, and believing in all of the dogma and all of this extra stuff. Like, brother, listen. There's so many things in this world right now, brothers and sisters. There is so many things in this world right now that I need you guys to really pay attention to. And I put a lot of stuff in my videos for everybody to watch. And it's not even a joke where like, yo, there are words and hints that I give you guys. And I don't say these things. And sometimes I don't break certain words down. And I don't say certain things in my videos because I want you guys to actually sit down and do your research. Because that's the reason why a lot of people don't believe anything. Because they're just going off of what people tell them. Sit down and actually do your research. Sit down and do your research, because what are the two words that are very similar but different? Ignorance and arrogance. Ignorance is what? The lack of what? Understanding, right? Arrogance. You don't lack understanding. You're full of pride. So you have understanding. You lack what? Humility. Ignorance and arrogance is not too different, but it's still one of the same, but it's also different at the same time. And trust and believe, I've been a victim of both. I've had my fair share of a lot of things, and that's why I don't come on here and I speak to anybody and saying that, oh no, be like this, be like that. No, there's a lot of stuff that I don't do. There's a lot of stuff that I don't do, and I truly stand on what I say. Like, everything when it comes to these stealing, lying, all of this stuff, bro, I don't play about none of that stuff. I do not play about that stuff at all. I don't play about that. I don't play about how I feel. I don't play about my heart. I don't play about my mind. I don't play about none of that. My spirit, none of that. I don't play about none of that. I don't. So I want you guys to really take your lives very serious, because it's no longer a joke. This is a battlefield. And a lot of people are taking these things as a joke. Nobody is playing around. Like, this is really something that needs to be understood. Now, this video is about to go short. I really love you guys. I truly do. I really do. I love you with the passion, with the love of my Father, with the love of our Father, Elohim, right? Elohim, Yahuwah, you know, for Yahushua, Yahusha, and Yahuwah, Elohim Adonai. I love you guys so much. I just want the best for you. I want the best for all of you. I want the best for all of you, abundantly favored to be upon you. I want you guys to have discernment, because wisdom is still discernment. If people don't realize that, I want you all to have discernment. I want you all to have everything that you need to have before you get everything that you want to have. Because now it's getting to a point where a lot of people want stuff. They think that they need stuff, but it doesn't glorify our Father's will. So please take that in mind. And I love you all so much. And please take care. All right. Shalom and Ashe.